Alright guys, so today I want to show you how to set up your analog sticks to achieve the best possible accuracy. If you are familiar with esports scenes such as Apex Legends, then you will know that they are dominated by controller players. And these controller players are typically playing with close to no dead zones on their sticks to increase the responsiveness and accuracy. Now with XIM Nexus you are forced to use very specific in-game settings, so you cannot really set the dead zone to a custom value of your choice. However, there's an alternative that lets you adjust your sticks in a much better way. For that, go into your Nexus manager and head into the global settings. Click on the calibration button and you will be forwarded to the following menu. Now, before you make any adjustments, you must first run the range calibration and then the lower calibration. While I do that in the background, please make sure to read the instructions in your manager. For the range calibration, you must spin your sticks and press and release your triggers. You must not do both at the same time, but spin and press them for at least a few times while the calibration is still active. The sensor calibration is much easier. Just rest your controller on a flat surface and wait for the calibration to be over. After that, we can start to adjust the analog sticks. Swipe one time to the right to enter the settings of the right stick. First, let's change the offset value so your stick is perfectly centered. When I make very small circular stick movements, you can see that they are too far on the left side. I want my stick to be fully centered, so I will have to change the offset values. If you increase the X value, you will move the center to the right side. And if you lower it, you will move it to the left. Since mine has to be moved to the right, I must increase the value a little bit. And by changing the Y value, you can adjust the vertical position. A positive increase will move the center to the top and a negative one will lower it. My vertical position was already fine, so I must not make any adjustments. As you can see now, my red circle is perfectly centered. Next, let's adjust the dead zone. That is the area in which your Nexus will not recognize any stick inputs. It is displayed as dark gray. First, let's change the inner dead zone. When I change it to 8000, the inner dead zone will increase by a lot. Any stick deflection within that area will not be recognized by the game. I must pack the stick beyond the gray area to see a response in the game. The color will change from red to blue then. This is obviously the entire opposite of what we want to achieve. So our target is to lower the dead zone as much as possible. The following value is basically perfect for me. When I now make minimal stick movements, they are all within the dead zone. And as soon as I start to deflect the stick, the input is recognized. If you want to, you can also go with lower values, however you will start to risk a stick drift. The outer dead zone works similarly. When I set it to 30,000, you can see the gray area again. Any stick deflection in that area will be recognized as 100%. I will now make slow circular movements and check if all dots are positioned at the edge of the circle. Since that is the case, I can set the outer dead zone to maximum. That way I have the largest possible stick range in which inputs are recognized. And that will obviously boost my accuracy. But there is still one little issue. The dots around the outer ring are all still red and not blue. I want them to be blue, so the input is registered by the game. That means I must now change my limit values. The limit values are determined during the calibration and resemble a safe area that can be reached by your sticks. So they define how far you can physically pack the stick in the X and Y axis. This is obviously based on the plastic shell of your stick. Negative limit values will reduce the range and positive values will increase it. When I set both to 0, you can see that almost all positions are being recognized as blue. In the top left you can see areas in which I'm not able to achieve 100% turn speed, since the physical structure of my controller shell prevents this. This is not really an issue for me though, since I prefer to have a larger stick range instead of reaching a 2% faster turn speed. And on the right side there are still areas in which I get red dots instead of blue ones. But the moment I don't press my sticks with full force to the side, they will instantly turn blue. So again, not really a problem. If you want to, you can continue to adjust the limit values, but for me this is basically perfect. Also, you can now do the same adjustments for the left stick. For that, just swipe one more time to the right. Once you have adjusted your settings, save your progress in the top left and exit this menu. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button or maybe even subscribe to this channel to not miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Also, contrary to popular belief, this channel is not an official XIM channel. I run this channel in my free time to bring you guys the latest XIM news and tricks. So if you want to support what I do, then maybe consider to join the YouTube channel membership. Channel members usually get around 1 to 4 weeks of early access to all new videos. Plus, we also have a nice little Discord to discuss XIM settings and other stuff. But that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching and I will maybe see you in the next one.